Yeah, it about sums it up, Jeremy. Let me give you some breaking news. Let me show you my surprise face. Per A.J. Hinch, Alex Cobb has another setback, and now they're going to take another 30 days to evaluate him. And maybe it's a bad perspective, but look, we were having this conversation to start the year. We're having the conversation in May. We're having the conversation a month before the trade deadline and how, hey, if Cobb pitches and pitches well, it'll affect my viewpoint of needing a starter. To now, I mean, we're sitting here on August 26th, and I'm done.
Yeah.
And it truly is a disastrous signing. I mean, first of all, congrats to Alex Cobb. You got paid $15 million to do nothing. If a guy pitches and gets hurt, that's one thing.
Yeah.
You never actually perform the act of pitching. Yeah. And look, clearly the team was bothered. But, let me take you back to May. Do you remember this Evan Petzold story? Petzold, and I had Evan dig this up. It shows you the team is very sensitive to it. We're all adults now. Look, Evan Petzold, this was on May 9th. Drama today at Comerica. The Tigers cleared the press box during Alex Cobb's live batting practice session, including 2 independent reporters. The TV crew was forced to stop setting up and leave. Cobb threw 2 simulated innings. Look, they've known it's been a problem. You know why they did that? They didn't want it out on social when the guy was out there looking like a gas can. But Rico, at no point has this guy shown an ability to get back on the mound. It's almost like signing a guy who was heading into retirement may have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
Guy who had 3 starts last year. Mm-hmm. Guy who's had 5 different injuries this year.
Good work for him. I'm quite sure that when his agent called, he said, do they know I'm retired? They know I'm injured. Yes. They're going to pay you $15 million. Are you serious?
We want you even more.
Okay. Well, yeah, they paid him $15 million to do what he was going to do for free and try to get himself better. I gave up on him a long time.
I know that.
And, I don't understand why he made this signing.
My point is, look, move forward. The whys and all that.
Yeah.
It don't matter. We needed him for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because, look, it's been a consistent thing. And, again, Scooble is more human than not of late.
Yes.
Not just because of last night, but overall, teams have gotten to him more. And what I don't have faith in is, okay, if I accept that Scooble is Clayton Kershaw in his prime, fine. Who's starting game 2? Can I trust Jack Flaherty, who's been bombed 3 of his last 4 starts?
No, I think game 2 is the guy who's pitching tonight. It's Morton.
And I'm going to trust him?
Yes. I mean, because they're kind of setting the lineup that way. Last night was your worst case scenario. It's what I fear for the playoffs. What happens if Scooble throws one bad pitch that turns out to be that 3-run homer and you lose that game? Because we just assume every time he goes out on the mound, that's a win. But, yeah, if he loses, now you have to rely on Morton. You have to rely on somebody else to gain that first victory because,
it's whether it's Mize, whether it's Morton, whether it's Jack Flaherty. I can't trust any of these guys. They have good days. They have bad days. They needed Alex Cobb. You needed Alex Cobb the same way that the Guardians needed him and brought him off a year layoff. We need some innings. Can you come out and help us? Yeah. They needed another option, Rico. They don't have it. Yeah. And it just, my God.
Mike, even if it was just coming out of the bullpen and, okay, you're going to be our 5th, 6th inning guy. Give us some innings. Get this couple batters out. Now you got nothing.
So there's your update. I'm sorry it's not more positive. Could he still come back? I guess. I just, once again, anytime I hear his name, I just hear the Golden Girls theme, and I'll let it go.
I just hear the Titanic whistle.
You're in the water, guys. Just blow the whistle for help. And look, they've done a great job of continuing to just plug along, and they took advantage of a soft part of the schedule. They did their job. Took 3 out of 4 from KC. It's all fine, but that has nothing to do with the playoffs. And I still have a great degree of concern about them in a 7-game series because the pitching will show itself. Scooble's only starting twice.
Yeah,
So there's 5 games, and I got to trust who? Right now, if I said to you, your season's on the line, and you got Jack Flaherty out there, you feeling good?
No.
Charlie Morton?
A little bit better because you're seeing good Charlie Morton. But
okay.
Yes, Flaherty, it's good Flaherty, bad Flaherty. I don't know what I'm going to get. He is the true wild card. And that's why I said so much pressure is on Skubal. He can't have a bad day.
No.
Ever in the playoffs.
No, you feel like if he loses a game in a playoff series, the series is over. Because I have no faith that they'll be able to make it up. I mean, look, I hope to be wrong, but this Alex Cobb thing, I mean, it's August 26th. You're yet to pitch, and we're waiting 30 more days. They could bring him out of mothballs if that's what they want to do, but I really had hoped he could have been a stabilizing force later in the year. It's total nonsense. It's just a brutal signing. David, take a text, and we'll move along, pal. We'll get to a football today. What do you got?
Scott Harris has had great signings and then disastrous signings, basically nothing in between. LOL.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you put Maeda and Cobb together, I mean, that's $40 million of ether. Sure, you have a right to say it, and then you'll say, all right, well, he got Gleyber Torres. Yep, that worked. You know, the Jack Flaherty thing the first time around worked. This time around, hard to say a guy with a 5 ERA has worked. But I wasn't mad about it. Now, your problem is, and again, no one cares. Your problem, Rico, you're on the hook for a vested option next year that if Flaherty doesn't opt out, which I think he'd be insane to opt out, you're paying Jack Flaherty $20 or $21 million next year. Anybody excited about that?
No.
Go ahead, David.
Are we worried also about Casey Mize? Because he's a fine enough pitcher, but like it feels like he has the Flaherty syndrome of every other start, you worry, is he going to be good Casey Mize or is he going to be gas can Casey?
That's why I said to you, I can't unilaterally trust any singular pitcher not named Skubal. Because if you're saying every other, for Flaherty, for Mize, for Morton, Kenny, you're saying you can't trust him.
That sets you up also for a series where you have 2 guys who possibly could put up back-to-back awful starts, and all of a sudden you're in a 2-game hole.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because on the outside you see a team that's 20-plus games over 500, and you go, well, why aren't you more confident? Well, because all year I've had the same opinion. It's beating up on garbage teams. That's great. And I'm happy to make the playoffs. But if we're talking about winning a World Series, it's just a different standard. I think it's okay to have concerns about the pitching staff. We know we have concerns about the bullpen. And by the way, Parker Meadows, there's another one. Well, he might start a rehab assignment soon. And if he clears A, B, C, and D, then he would get to actually start the rehab if he passes his running test. And you're like, first of all, he was terrible when he was healthy. He was nothing like the player he was last year. And now he's been riddled with injuries this year. Yeah. So, okay, what do I have there? That's the guy who hit leadoff for me in the playoffs last year.
He did. And now with all types of nerve injuries
ailments,
and I can't feel this. It's like, okay, wow. With this Tiger team, it feels a lot of hope, no certainty going into the playoffs. You hope that the pitching staff is good. You hope that the bullpen, you hope that the hitters get that key hit. You don't feel like, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm certain that this is going to happen. This guy's going to rise up. Man, this is just a lot of, kissing that horseshoe and putting that rabbit's foot in your back pocket.
So what you're saying is the same question marks we had going into the trade deadline, we still have.
I do, but I don't want to get yelled at by the Tiger loyalists. I have those same concerns.
I feel like Jeremy Otto.
Oh, okay. I can help you with that. 248-539-9797. Dave, a couple ticket texts. We'll go to football today as we continue our college football kickoff.
Alex Cobb is done. So what's Bartolo Colon up to? Someone says, I would absolutely have no problem starting Melton in game 2, the way the kid approaches the mound.
Oh, okay. You know what? How about this? I'm in a good mood. I'm not going to dignify that with a response. How about that?
I'll dignify it with a response. They are limiting his innings. They're going to limit his innings.
The more I hear that drop, the better it gets to me.
David?
And there's your response to the Troy Melton text. Someone else says, yeah, this is really sad. I thought we would go into the trade deadline and actually do something and improve this team, and we are no better than what we were on July 31st.
Look, thank God they got Morton, and thank God they got Finnegan. Think about what this team would look like without him. You can't say they did nothing. You can say they didn't do enough. Those are different things.
That's true.
248-539-9797.